Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. We're in Griffith Park today to start this vlog up in Los Angeles, California. It's a beautiful day. We're going to go to Walt Disney's barn.
Yes, we're so excited. We're going to check out the barn that's only open I think it's the third Sunday every month.
Yeah.
So once a month. Then we are going to go get some lunch in Los Angeles. And because we're in the area, we're going to show you some Walt Disney history, as well as some Spencer knowledge of the town. You lived here for about 13 years, so 16 years. Sorry,
don't undercut me.
I'm always doing 13. I don't know where that comes
from. But yeah, no, I lived over here for a long time, and East Hollywood, Silver Lake area, whatever you want to call it. It's technically Los Angeles. Like my address was Los Angeles. Yeah. For mail, but there's names for areas. There's Atwater Village, there's Silver Lake, Los Feliz, Highland Park, Echo Park. There are all these different little enclaves, but these are the areas where the Disney dream began. This is where it started. The Suitcase and a Dream ended up here, and this is why DCA is themed the way it is as far as Buena Vista Street, Hollywood Boulevard. The era is when he showed up here in these neighborhoods, and the Pacific Electric car was part of that. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today, as well as enjoy ourselves because we love coming to Silver Lake.
Yes. If you're a Disney fan, you're going to really extra love today. Yeah. And these are things you can come and do if you're ever in the area. It's awesome. So I'm really excited to share this with you. We're going to start off, like Spencer said, at Walt Disney's barn. I am so excited. Yeah,
we're going to start off at the barn, like we said, which is over in Griffith Park. We're going to meet up with Pixar Charlie. Yes. Greta is with us.
She is.
Where is she?
She's back there somewhere.
She's back there. It's dog friendly because it's a park.
Yes.
And most of the things that we're going to do today are dog friendly, obviously.
Yeah.
The restaurants and things, which big dog friendly area over here on the east side of Hollywood and Silver Lake and all that kind of stuff. So if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Let's go. All right. So it's about 15 minutes or less to the opening of the old railroad Walt Disney Barn Museum thing. What do you call it? Walt Disney's Barn, I guess you would call it.
And it's funny because Bob Gurr's standing there at the gate. Oh, it's cracking me up. He's literally just standing there waiting to get in.
Yeah.
It's like the guy is how old, and he acts like he's like 15 still.
He's got to carry the torch, man.
He was like carrying all this equipment.
We took his tour, and it came by here, right? And we did a bunch of locations. So maybe he's doing a tour today, and
I'm gonna get
or he's just hanging out. I don't know.
So you could see what I'm talking about.
And he brought a big cart of stuff, right?
Yeah.
All that's his stuff that he brought from the car. We were watching him load up.
Yep.
And he's wearing the signature red shoes.
Oh, yeah. He loves this stuff. It's so funny.
He's the original BG.
Yeah, he has everything.
All right, the gates. The gates are opening. Look at this. Gurr's the first one in. Red shoes going. There he goes. He's got things to do. Maybe he's setting something up for today. I don't know. Maybe he's doing like a book signing or something today.
Probably, or those Matterhorn statues.
Oh yeah, he's always got some cool like.
Listen, Bob loves to sign things. He loves to sign stuff.
There it is. Free admission, free parking. All right, we're going in. Greta's with us. Say hi, Greta. Charlie's with us. We'll talk to Charlie in a few. We'll catch up with him.
Hello.
He's not in yet. Oh, we get the stickers, the best stickers ever. Good morning.
Donations are always appreciated. I got
Thank you.
Give him a sticker.
Thank you.
All right.
Puppies and everybody.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. All right. You got to wear your sticker when you get here. These are rad. I think I saved mine from the last time. See, Charlie put his right on the cap. I like that. It's good placement. Oh, really? They sell hats here?
Yeah. Just come see me.
Yeah.
I got them on a special right now.
Charlie will hook you up. Greta's first time at the barn.
Look at the little town. The obsession I have. I want to live there.
Yeah, the little town. Mm-hmm. The water tower.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I think the last time we were here was like a Western themed party that we went to or something.
I don't know. I think we came back after that.
It was like an anniversary or something. All right, we got to cross the tracks, Greta.
She's excited.
She's into it.
Hello.
Good morning. All right, there's the tracks. What gauge is that? What do they call that? There it is, you guys.
Hey, there's the barn.
That is Walt Disney's barn, Charlie.
I'll be darned. Look at that. Finally seen it.
Listen, Splash Mountain.
I like this. Learn something new every day. Pretty good, sure as you're born. I remember this guy with the duck. Pretty good, sure as you're born. Pretty good, sure as you're born. Yeah, that's the first. That's the first time I sang that song. Thank you, whoever gave me this phone. I thank you for that. This is Chris's phone. Chris is going to come up and sing a song from the Golden Horseshoe Review, sung by the Irish tenor.
All right, Charlie is checking out this old Disneyland Railroad car. How's this? Cool, right?
Yeah, one of these are like actual train cars that were in the park.
This was. That's a really great view, and you can see inside the coach. So we can go inside there too, I think. Check that out. That's amazing. Exit. So we'll go in the top up there. So yeah, that's the Ollie Johnston Depot from his backyard railroad, and they brought it here. There's a bunch of track over there too. Look at that. Oh, that's amazing. All right, we're inside. Check it out. There's some PE stuff here. And we just said goodbye to the ones at DCA, which is kind of ironic, but love the PE stuff. Chicago Railroad Fair. Now, was that the one that Walt went to? Got them all pumped? I think so. Is that the Chloe? It's a model of the Chloe. Ward Kimball's. He was the one that got Walt pumped, and he took him to that railroad fair. Is that one of Ollie's hats right there? For sure.
Looks like it.
Yep, it is. The one in that photo.
Yep.
I met some of his family members. They were riding the Tinder one day at Disneyland. It was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a Disneyland site plan from '53. You can see right there by the shape, yeah.
I'd say that's his backyard.
There's Carolwood there, yeah. Look at this one, the Disneyland Railroad signage. Oh. So this is what I was telling you about, Charlie, about the site over there by the studio off the 134. There's this little strip, like the studio's like over here.
Okay.
And there's this little strip that's left. It's still there. But this was going to be, it was one of the first concepts. And then Burbank said, no way, we're not doing it.
Wow.
Oh, Retlaw. That's Walter backwards. There it is, number 1. Ooh, I want the Disney hat right there.
That'd be cool.
Diorama. Oh, there's the train cars being built at the studio. Sick. Original CK Holiday siding, number 1. This place, the detail here is so ridiculous. Look at the EP Ripley model. Oh man. Vintage postcards. Whoa, look at this map, and just the train map. That's kind of dope. A chunk of original rail, I guess. Okay, I want the Disneyland game. That's insane. Dude. Oh, Casey Jr.
Yeah, look at there. You think you can?
It's the Casey Jr. ticket booth. Looks a lot like the Ollie Johnston one. Whoa, check out this little monorail bag. Allweg. I think I had a pen like that. One of those weird Tomorrowland pens. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, CK Holiday model. What scale is this? This is insane. Does this thing drive around here? Probably. Wow. Okay, monorail, and then there's that great art crossing up. It's almost like that symbol that's at the Disneyland Hotel gates. This model, though, 2005. That's the, is that Mark 1? Yeah, Mark 1, before the bubble.
Yep.
That's what you got to ask Bob Gurr about, the Viewliner, and then some of the artwork that's inside the coach in there. Look at that. The cool thing is there's a little roundhouse right there, even though there's no house on it, and then there's the building where it looks like they store trains, like for real. It's supposed to look like that, but I think it also does. And it looks like there's some storage right there as well for trains that looks like the perfect size to hold like an engine, you know, with their locks, because these are privately owned, a lot of them, and then they work with live steamers, and then Travel Town has, I think, their own trains and like a club, and there might even be a club here. But yeah, it's deep. Oh, whoa, we've got an old, looks like a Disneyland Railroad style. That is awesome. Hi, guys. Dude, the caboose, man. And some best lifers on there. That's rad. How fun is that? Also, it's Disneyland Railroad. Okay. That's insane. So I found one of these in the tide line at Malibu on our beach from the Ringe Railroad. And there was one wheel missing, but it was the shaft and one wheel. And I kept it under the building. And then, so I don't know what happened to it. Somebody took it, it disappeared.
You go to the fourth one down, there's a date on it. 1972.
Oh, wow. Like these wheels have rolled those rails out there. And now those rails are, I think, currently being replaced. Oh yeah, here's the one with the date right there, Disneyland 1972. That was the first year I went to Disneyland. That's rad. I don't know what that piece is right there, or this, but that's something. It's even got the weather vane up top there. It's classic. So this was like, you know, taken apart over there in Holmby Hills on Carrollwood Drive, and then, you know, saved and then rebuilt here. So it's crazy to think.
So this is the actual barn?
Yeah.
I thought this was like a reproduction of something.
No, they kept it.
Wow.
Rebuilt it here, like, you know. And then when you go inside, you'll see a ton of stuff that was in there that was like, you know, this was his tool bench, his workshop in there, and obviously they've added things and stuff, but you'll see it's wild. And much like a classic, you know, barn, it's got the hay thing up top. And it's funny because my grandma, she lived in a mobile home, but she turned her mobile home into like a barn look with like a red barn with a white trim like this, and put a hay bale thing with the little hay coming out of it. She had an outhouse. She had a grain silo as an entrance, like, and this was a mobile home, but it looked rad. So I was always destined to be involved in theme, because I grew up with theme around me, like at home too.
And the only thing basically missing is the wheel outside the hay thing, so you can
to lower it back and forth.
Back up and down.
Yeah. Okay, we're almost to the entrance of the barn. The line is, it's gotten shorter. I knew if I got in line it would get shorter after, but we were just noticing that there's a little citrus tree right here. Look at this. We're thinking, Charlie said, that's probably representing Orange County. I would say that's probably right. And they've got this guy singing today, which is great.
Think you go on forever. It's that long inning.
For about 3 years before he was really involved in Disneyland. So he went from his little tiny trains to his big trains, and this kind of went by the wayside. But he had fun for a number of years doing it. But the barn had always stayed up in the property, and it was going to be torn down when the family sold the property in the 1998-ish. So we were able to save it. So we took it apart there, and we were able to place it down here. So everything you see here is authentic and original. The only exception to that is that I know of is the Old Spice shaving kit. That's not part of it, but it's there, and I don't have a say.
All right, we're going in. There's the Carrollwood Drive sign. That's so cool. And then there you go.
Yeah, that's back at his house.
Yeah.
There's the tunnel.
The tunnel, yeah. You can look at it on Google now. It's hard to even see that this was there. It's just a big mansion. And
wow.
But you can see the inside of this thing. And yes, Nature's Wonderland model is over there. Can't wait. That's kind of the crescendo at the endo. But look at this. Little working sink area. You know, wash your hands after you're working with the grease, Charlie. Look at that. Oh, man. It's Marceline. Wow.
Right now, I can
The workbenches are original. Walt built these himself.
That's insane.
Sign is saying.
Right here it says hand-built.
Hand-built workbenches. Dude, this is a great photo of Walt and Lillian because you can tell what a great wife she was to allow him to look at him. He's in his train outfit, and she's just like, look at her. She knows. This is one of Walt's pork pie hats. You can kind of see it there. I guess Lillian loved that look on him. That's just why you saw him wearing that a lot.
Looks in overalls is how I look in overalls.
But look at Lillian. She's like, I have to put up with this, but I will. Look at her.
Look at her gloves and everything.
Yeah.
Too bad that wasn't a little lower. So I'd stand next to him and act like we're looking at something.
Now, when I was outside, I noticed that this is almost like a little garage out here. So I think it was to house a train. This door opens and
probably at tracks.
you'd be able to, bring one in. Yeah. Look at this thing. Whoa. I don't know what this is, but look at this cabinet. Old icebox? No.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Wow, look at the train set. It's the Lily Bell. It's the backyard as a train set. I didn't know that they had that, dude. What? No way. That's got to be worth a lot. That is insane. That's an HO scale. This is really cool because they've saved one of these trestles that you see in these photos. Look at this, right there. Give you a sense of the scale. I mean, it could have been closer to the smaller one where the hill starts to get taller there. There's some construction photos of it. I've never seen that. That's crazy. So we just got some good knowledge about the layout of this thing. When it got dismantled, it was brought here, and a lot of the track he's saying that's right out here, original track. Yeah.
But refurbished
right
to go here. So
exactly.
It's the original layout of the house.
And here's some footage, dude. Look at this.
This is how she.
So, let's see.
That was his name.
At the neighbor's house, this
So
house.
his house is really big.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
And they tore it down, made it bigger.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Too bad.
Here's the original property overlaid to the modern property.
I see. Coaching hour happened and everything.
So great.
So December 13th is an official Walt Disney Imagination Day in Los Angeles.
Oh, we got some wheels, some blueprints, some gear. I just love the construction of the barn. It's just so rad. Okay, so this is a great story about Walt always wearing protective gear in his overalls, right? The idea here is that this is what Walt built, this rack for the overalls out of a broomstick that built himself. He was good with the woodworking, and then here we go with Nature's Wonderland, going around Cascade Peak at Rivers of America. This is like where you would go by in the boat and see that.
Remember these boats, Spence?
Oh, yeah.
When we were kids, there's no top on this.
I used to always get Nature's Wonderland train mixed up with the Disneyland Railroad because of the dioramas. I was so young that it was all one thing to me. You know, it was all a train. The old Rainbow Ridge as the train comes out. And I love it how you sat in the little cars like that. Now, I know they were repurposing. I'm going to have to ask. They had that engine that was sitting over there for so many years, getting worn down, sitting on the river. That was sitting on the old Nature's Wonderland track at Cascade Peak. I think they were refurbing it here, and I have to inquire. But you can look into Rainbow Caverns, Charlie, on the side here, if you come over to this profile of this whole thing.
This brings back so many memories.
And when did this go?
This is kind of one of my favorite things of this whole barn is the kind of the operating system to show like what's going on. Yensid Valley, Disney backwards. But you can see the layout, you can see where there's power, I guess. Just really neat. There's his daughter. What a neat little lamp right there, huh? Oh, and then they got the Morse code thing that they want you to touch and tap out your name in Morse code. It's like when you hear the speech over there at New Orleans Square when they're doing the Morse code of opening day speech. Right, happy place. Okay, here's a donation box. So make sure you donate. We did on the way in, and we're going to donate again probably, but he even had a phone to communicate to the house. It's funny, my grandma had one of these, just a replica version of this that she had modified into a real phone. Believe it or not. All right, here is the souvenir hut. Look at this. Even this building is rad. Take a look at some of the stuff. This one's really neat. Look at this, 25 years. Good color too. It's like a coin design, I love it. Yeah.
It's their anniversary shirt.
It's amazing.
Yeah, because I don't see the green one. Oh, yeah, there it is.
To go with my green one, there it is, yeah. And then a ton of books. Great books. Oh man, don't even, oh, this is better than Toshin.
True. I know we have the mug too, I think.
Hey, that's pretty snappy there, buddy.
Isn't it?
I like that.
Yep, it's Snap.
That's a good hat. We like that. They have some really good pins. Might have to get one of these for Kaylee. She won't be able to get these at Disneyland, so this would be really good for her collection. Oh wow, look at these. Big coins. There's mugs, postcards, stickers, and then the books. So many good books. Train's coming back through. Here we go. That's a good ride. That is so cool. There goes another one over there. Wow, it's going off right now.
And they pump these trains out. They got a couple.
I'm saying, it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, because this one's going to come through Davy's mine again.
You guys, we're here with a legend, my friend Gunny, who I have not seen in a long time. I don't know if he remembers me because he meets a lot of people at Disneyland. He's a very important man. Was in charge of the flag retreat. We haven't seen him in a long time. It's really good to see you, sir.
Good to have you here.
I hear you're going to be doing something special today.
I'm going to be doing it at 2:30. We lower the flag here, just like I used to do at Disneyland. We lower the flag here at Tavern. Want to invite all the veterans and former cast members and guests to come out and join us at 2:30 for flag retreat ceremony to honor the men and women of our nation.
That is amazing, Gunny, and thank you for your service, first of all. I forgot to even mention that first, and your service at Disneyland, and for doing this today. It's going to be an honor to have you do that, and I'm sure everybody's very excited, just as much as we are. And any last words for 2025? Let's inspire everybody.
For 2025, as I always said in Disneyland, keep making it magic. Remember, a dream is a wish your heart makes. I love you. So I'm going to read the back to you. It says, I am a part of an American flag that's flown somewhere in the USA. I can no longer fly. The sun and winds have caused me to become tattered and torn. Please carry me as a reminder that you are not forgotten. Keep this with you always as a reminder of your dad and what he did for our nation.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
1, 2, 3. Wonderful.
How much is that key in the window?
Bark, bark.
I wonder if she for sale.
Yeah. I love that. She loved it.
See? She knew.
She loves a good song. Oh,
Good girl.
What an honor.
All right, Barn. We will see you later. That was amazing. Bye, Bob Gurr. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Crossing. Yes, Katie, that is a wigwag. Look and listen. You got to stop when swinging. I never stop when I'm swinging. Charlie knows that.
Ooh, I wouldn't.
I really wasn't that hungry, but I mean,
You know,
Did you get enough for everybody else?
depends on who you're asking.
see you, brother.
Have a great day.
Thank you, guys. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for coming.
There you go. Go around for part 2.
Look at this parking lot filled up, yeah? It's good that, you know, this is popular, and, you know, they were telling us, like, tell your friends, come, enjoy this, it's amazing. It's free. I mean, they should be charging, honestly. Like, just like $3 or something. It would be helpful, I'm sure, for them, but if they don't have to, that's amazing that it's free. I'm happy to pay a couple bucks, though, for something that incredible. But I think people also park here for the trains and then walk over to Crystal Springs, which is just past here. All right, we pulled off to check out the Griffith Park merry-go-round, which is not operating. Must be a winter closure, because it's just not open. It's all boarded up as far as, like, you just can't even see in there. But there it is. That is the spot that Walt would take the girls, and he would sit there bored and think about a place that, you know, they could enjoy together, as opposed to him sitting on a bench watching. But yeah, there it is. That is the actual Griffith Park merry-go-round. One of the benches is sitting in the entrance of the Opera House at Disneyland. All right, we made our way over to the Red Lion Tavern, one of my favorite spots from the old neighborhood. This is technically, I think, Silver Lake, Glendale Boulevard, beer garden, German food. Greta is ready. Charlie had to go home, but we are going to charge it.
Take me to the ruins, aquifers and springs.
All right, that's rouladen. It's a beef dish. Looks like we got potatoes, we got cabbage, we got the cheese spatzel. It's almost like mac and cheese. We've got the knockwurst with sauerkraut, potato salad. This is the curry ketchup, which it says it's hot, but it's not really that hot at all.
See how it has a pickle and some bacon in there? That's just like my Oma makes it. That's very good rouladen. Very good. We got the purple cabbage, and I put the potatoes and gravy with it. That's gonna make me cry. That purple cabbage with these potatoes. I need you to try a bite. I'm gonna give you that with a piece of meat.
Oh, that's really good.
Am I right?
It's like something you would have at like a food festival or something. It's really exotic. I just like to hit the crowd like by itself sometimes, not with anything else. Sour and sweet. Yeah, the potato salad's really good.
Ooh. I might be getting some of that to go. Let's see how the sauerkraut is. Cooked nicely. It could use a little bit of caraway seed. And that's just because that's how my Oma makes it, which is how her Oma made it. But the purple cabbage and the potatoes and the rouladen are a hit. I think it's kind of hard to get rouladen right. I still have to learn how to make it, but I give this a 10 out of 10.
The spatzel, like I remember, the cheese spatzel anyways. Oh man, very indulgent. My compliments to the chef. Prost. Okay, Red Lion, we came out the back of the beer garden over here.
10 out of 10. I can't wait to go back. I want to do breakfast.
The German girl approves.
2 thumbs up.
I had a feeling. That's a 2 for 2 for me with Silver Lake with Katie.
Everything.
On restaurants that I've taken her to.
Well, no, tomato pie counts.
Oh, that's true. So 3 for 3. I got so many.
You do have
so many.
You can brag. You've earned it.
Passing the reservoir there. Walked around there a few times. I don't know how good the sound will be because, well, our windows are open. It's such a beautiful day.
In the sun, it's already begun. You are my one.
Yeah, it really is a beautiful day out here today. We picked the perfect day to go to the barn, the perfect day to go just be in Silver Lake. It's like I said, if I lived in LA, like besides, you know, Malibu, I guess you could say. But if I had to, I would totally live in Silver Lake here. All right, so there's only about 900 different delicious coffee places. So we just found a bunch and we picked one and we're like, let's do it. I feel like you genuinely can't go wrong though. Like,
well, actually, you wanted an affogato, so
yeah. Oh, you take okay.
A gelato place.
Oh.
That has affogatos.
Oh, that's great. Okay. If not, we could go get coffee somewhere else for you. Do you want a coffee or you want one later maybe? Oh, okay. I just wanted an affogato. That's so sweet. Thank you.
We are going to make sure that we try to show you some more Walt Disney history. This was just food and lunch break.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'd be surprised how close everything is together. And I think with seeing the barn and then, you know, being here, we have to go and check it all out. I think just seeing it all together in one day is pretty cool. We'll show you as much as we can. You know, there also is, you know, traffic and whatnot, but I feel like we might be able to get all of them. I think so.
You are my one. With a simple mind, we should find some more time. We don't need to worry a It's already begun. You are my one.
Gelato, they give you 2 flavors. I got vanilla and chocolate. The espresso is so good. It's not traditional, but you can put whipped cream on it. I'm glad I did. That is absolutely heavenly. So good.
Oh boy, the affogato is a special treat if you like coffee. If you're a coffee connoisseur, I think that's the only reason that we like them. And we like ice cream too, but you have to really be into coffee because it's very rich.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that I used to get these espresso shakes on the way back from surfing in Topanga. It was this spot that doesn't exist anymore. Like the buildings are gone and everything. I think a landslide took them out years ago, but I used to get an espresso shake before I'd go back to the valley when the valley was 100 degrees and I'm, you know, having to leave the beach, and it was like my way of like transitioning back. And these taste like an espresso shake to me, like for all intents and purposes. So good. We're pretty coffeeed up. I'm still working, but we're on the move. We're gonna take a stroll, a little breezy. Hey, look, it's the Salt and Straw location that we went to a long time ago with Dylan. I forget why
Not
we
even
were.
a long time ago.
Seems like a long time ago.
It was like, I don't know, 3 months ago.
You always got to look down at the stencils on the ground around here. Intellectual property, beta. Seems like it's made a comeback. In the old days, Melrose used to have a lot of these floor stencils. It seems a big deal down here at Sunset in Silver Lake. I like that one. Across the street, Fish up top right, KOG crew. Fish is really, he has an interesting style. His letter forms are very unique. And I know some of you are like, what are you talking about? You're speaking another language. You're talking about street art or graffiti. Well, if you don't know that I've been a participant in graffiti and for years. So it's like if you hear me talking about it or showing stuff, I can't help it, because especially when I'm down here and I see people I know or stuff that I like, you know, then I'll definitely show it to you guys and try to give you background on what it is and try to explain it a little. As we approach Griffith Park Boulevard, now this extends all the way up to where the Hyperion studio used to be, but we're down where it meets Sunset Boulevard, and they have this road closed off down here. And there's kind of a market that happens on the weekends. Looks like this church has got some work doing underway here. So there's the window. That is the Silver Lake location. They have multiples that we realized once we went to the one over there at the Grove and realized this one was here. Good spot, and it's right next door to an ice cream spot. And then on the weekends, they've got the, you know,
flea market.
Little vendors out here and stuff. And I remember when I first moved to Silver Lake, this was still a road that you could drive through off of Sunset. So, but yeah, it's like flea market-y kind of stuff. And yeah, see, that's what they named it, Sunset Triangle Plaza. Before, like I said, what does it say the year? Because that'll...
I was looking too.
It had to be before 2010 or something like that. It had to be, I don't know.
Or around that time.
Yeah, because I was here, geez, I don't know when I left. I was here 16 years though, so. All right, continuing to the edge of this weird triangle thing, and look at all the bikes, metro bikes. I don't see anybody using them, but maybe they get used, who knows. Yummy.com, neighborhood market. All right, we're just corner of Maltman and Sunset. Katie was thrift storing for a minute there, checking stuff out.
It was fun.
A lot of good little zones like that down here. It's like coffee, thrift, clothing,
walking,
restaurant, cafe.
We gotta go see some Walt history.
Yeah, we're gonna go back and get into some Walt stuff. Go back to the car. Greta got to walk a little bit. Check out the frog piece over there. Kind of dope, actually. Katie found another frog. Look, he's made of tiles right there.
Almost an 8-bit frog.
Let us be the sky. Oh wow, look, and then a palm tree on that side.
Oh, I like that.
Kind of getting with the Space Invader vibes.
Yeah.
The originator of the mosaic tile street art, which was genius because it was 8-bit, you know. This little window, 3 to 6 daily happy hour.
I'll take it.
5, 10, and 7. Look at $7 hand rolls. I like the murals too. Kombu. It's pretty rad. Former location of Extra Large. The Extra Large store started by the Beastie Boys. They were kind of partners in it. And early 90s when there wasn't much over here. EK was there. It's still there. All right, we came down to world famous 2719 Hyperion Boulevard. That's Hyperion right there. Hey, look. Shy 47, what's up? Obey, what's up? Who else is up there? Search, what? Dude, RIP Search, that's a sick one. And then just above those stickers, there is the historical point of interest, site of the original Walt Disney's animation studio, 1926 to 1940. Yep, that was right here. And this would have been it right here where this Gelson's is. Gelson's is now there. None of this building was the original. They leveled everything to put it here, but this entire spot was all the original Hyperion studios. Yeah, you have to kind of use your imagination because it occupied a little bit of that footprint. Now the significance of this place is insane. Like, this is the beginning of color animation. This is the beginning of Mickey Mouse. This is the beginning of a lot of those characters that were developed here in their early stages. This is Flowers and Trees, Snow White. Snow White was done here, you guys. The whole thing. The first full-length animated feature, and it, you know, kind of catapulted the company into a whole different realm. Academy Awards, the whole nine. Multiplane camera was developed here. A lot of techniques developed here. This is the Snow White cottages on Griffith Park Boulevard. It's just kind of a rumor that they were used for animators for Snow White. It has not been confirmed, but it kind of fits the bill. And then this is the intersection of St. George and Griffith Park Boulevard. Marshall High School on the left where they shot Grease. Former home of Spencer Emmons. Upstairs apartment back there.
How long did you live there?
I lived there for 16 years.
16 years.
Yeah, it was a long time.
That's
but
crazy.
I overlooked that field right there, and that's the field where they shot Grease and did the whole, you know, carnival scene at the end. Kind of see when we drive by here, that's That's the field right there. They've redone it since, but that's where the carnival scene happened. And ironically, we're headed right to where Walt and Roy had houses during that Hyperion era. And
That's crazy you live that close to all of this.
Walking distance, yeah. Marshall High School has been used for so many things. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Hot for Teacher video, Van Halen.
So many movies, yeah.
But then here are the two, they're twins almost, these two prefab houses, Walt and Roy, right here. I don't know who owned which, but these were the two Disney houses. That one right there, $24.95. And then this is almost the mirror image right there.
How long did they live here for?
They lived here, I forget the dates, but after this they went to the Woking Way house that's on the hill above us, kind of.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of back that way.
Back yonder?
Yeah, and then from there they went to Holmby Hills where he built the railroad.
Wow.
Holmby Hills / Beverly Hills.
So these were really early.
Yeah, and they were prefabricated for the most part, I think.
Wow.
And yeah, they had a pair of them, and then this is how close they were to work. They could probably walk to work.
Yeah, probably.
Now, there's a rumor going around that that's where Mickey Mouse was first, like, done. He was so freaked out about the Oswald thing, how, you know, it got stolen, that when they came up with Mickey Mouse, it was him and Ub Iwerks, and I think it was done in one of those houses. Also at Hyperion, a lot of the other characters like Pluto, Minnie Mouse, you know, the Fab Five were starting to be developed right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that much history exists, and now it's a supermarket, you know?
Yeah, and a lot of people just don't know, and as you can see that sign that was out front, it's all faded, it's just barely visible. It's like, I don't think anybody knows that sign's there. It's not like an official plaque, it's just a street sign.
Yeah, it's really not much.
And it's designated, you know, through the city of Los Angeles, but it's just, yeah. Good Obey piece right there, it's hidden over here. Love that one.
That is very hidden.
It's, if you go to Tomato Pie Pizza on Hyperion, that's how you'll find that one.
Oh, tomato pie.
Hidden Obey piece. Back at Marshall High School, another thing about Marshall is that was the last photograph of Elizabeth Short, aka the Black Dahlia. She was photographed sitting in front of Marshall High School over there. It's kind of an iconic looking front of a school. It looks like an East Coast school. Passing back by the Disney houses, there they are. On our way to the original studio before Hyperion.
Oh, the bridge, right?
Yeah, the Shakespeare Bridge, they call it. When I first moved to this neighborhood, I remember going, oh wow, this is cool. I get to drive this every day.
This bridge is amazing. I mean, look at the palm trees, the hills.
They call it the Shakespeare Bridge, and
I'm obsessed with this bridge.
It's great. It's really neat.
Isn't this beautiful? Look at that.
And if you see under it, it's big arches under us. It's kind of iconic. Nobody ever sees the underside of it, but it's pretty neat.
Everything is like literally about 5 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
Which is so cool to me.
Well, this area there was more going on over here in those days as far as Hollywood and production, and down on Glendale Boulevard, there were big studios and you know, there was Hollywood stuff going on too, but a lot of it was happening on the east side. It wasn't in Hollywood proper, and you know, then it went over to Burbank. So, you know, when they say Hollywood, it's like it wasn't always, the studios weren't really in Hollywood. The studios, there was a few, there is, but most of them ended up on this side and then in Burbank. And then over here, this is a really good spot, Ye Rustic Inn, right there. If you know, you know. Another, if you know, you know. If Katie pulls up, just one more bump, right there. The Drawing Room. Bars that have names like that, that's how you know they're from an era long gone, and if they're still around, you got to take full advantage. All right, we're rolling up on the old Walt Disney Brothers Studios right here. This extra copy spot right here. Right there.
Look at that.
That used to be the Disney Brothers Studios, and you can see there's some hidden Mickeys. Well, they're not so hidden, but. And then here's a shot of them standing out in front. Pretty amazing.
Wow.
Pretty legendary.
And then his uncle's house is on this same street, right?
Yeah,
us?
Uncle Robert's house is behind us, just a few blocks, yeah. All right, we had to pull up to 4406 Kingswell. This is Uncle Robert Disney's home where Walt came to stay and start everything up. I think he had a shed in the back, if I'm not mistaken. But the last time we were here, this place was being totally renovated. There was a wall, like a fence, and it was being kind of, restored. And it looks like it's been restored to, a really nice level. Now, could that possibly be the shed in the back? Or a restored version of it, or...
And there's even a sign in the window. I zoomed up and it says Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio Square.
That's
in
amazing.
Honor of Walt and probably Walt and Lillian or Walt and Roy.
Wow.
It looks so much better. Literally, when we saw this, what was it, like 2000, I don't know, 17, 16, and it was fenced off. It looked really bad.
We were worried they were going to demo it or something. It was like, oh my gosh, did the people know? It was one of those situations where we were hoping, and sure enough, somebody who owns it gets it and has restored it. I mean, it's just beautiful the way they've restored it. It looks, with the little tree and the craftsman style. I love the craftsman style of home, and that's what most of this area is, a lot of that.
It looks beautiful.
And I imagine, they would just walk or ride a bike right up to the Disney Brothers Studios, also on Kingswell, just up the road here. This is where it started. Disney Brothers Studios was here at the uncle's house, Uncle Robert. And I don't know if when they went to the Kingswell location, if they were living on their own at that point. I did read that Walt and Lillian lived somewhere on Commonwealth Avenue, which is right here. It's the cross street.
It's actually that way, right?
And I think it's that street right there. It's Commonwealth.
Oh, that's Commonwealth?
And they rented an apartment, I guess, at one point, kind of closer to where the Vista Theater is, down on Hollywood and Sunset, where they meet. Yes, Hollywood and Sunset Boulevard meet down here on the east side. It's very strange. They normally are just parallel streets, anywhere else in Hollywood. But they had a few places, here that I was reading about. Who knows how long and the time frames and all that stuff. But it's a small neighborhood, so you can understand why they would kind of stay within it, and if they found a place, down the street, they saw a sign while they were walking or something, This area also, interestingly, it's kind of a side note, but it's also connected because Disney now owns Star Wars, right? If you're looking this way past Uncle Robert's house towards the hill, you see some houses on the hill there that we're showing you. That was the former home over there, one of those houses, I don't know which one, of a guy called Steve Sansweet. Steve Sansweet is the guy who runs all of the Rancho Obi-Wan. Basically, he's the guy who runs the archive for toys and collectibles for LucasArts and Lucasfilm or something. But I went to his house to do a thing with Sam Rubin, R.I.P. Sam Rubin. I used to work, I did cue cards, right? And so I held cue cards for Sam Rubin. We did this thing and we interviewed Steve Sansweet at his house, and I got to see the Star Wars toy archive in his house up there. In one of those beautiful homes. He ended up moving up by Skywalker Ranch, and he took the whole archive up there, and you can look it up, Rancho Obi-Wan on Instagram. I know it's such a side note, but it's Disney owns Star Wars now, so it's kind of weird. I could go on for days because there's stories connected to that about Sam Rubin and stuff, but I'm just not going to go into it. But yeah, that's it's really cool to come here, and this is why we like coming here and kind of checking in, because we relive stories, and I start telling stories and remembering things, and
there's just so much Disney history, and again, there's more, of course, but I think today was fun to be able to go and see the barn and the trains and just all these little things, and then also do our own fun thing and go have food. And
the reality is anybody can come do this. Mm-hmm. There are an enormous amount of restaurants and cafes and places to go.
Yeah, the Alcove is one of our favorites.
You don't have to do what we did, but you can come over here and hang out in this area and then go see these things, and then kind of do some other stuff like we did, or go to Griffith Park, or
even going to Griffith Park, sometimes the merry-go-round is open, and that's where Walt Disney dreamed of Disneyland when he was watching his daughters. So there's so many things you could do, and you can
at least visit these locations. It's so cool, and I think I'm glad that we're documenting it.
Yeah, and you know, you have to remember too that they were not only working in these areas and creating these things, they were living in these areas and going to restaurants and walking around and seeing the views that you're seeing today. They're a little bit different, obviously, with more homes and more growth of trees and things like that, but it's just interesting to come and be a part of this neighborhood over here because it is very different, and it's a specific part of LA. I don't think that if you're not from LA and you haven't been over here, it's kind of a neat part of Los Angeles, the east side, East Hollywood, closer to downtown LA, Silver Lake, Echo Park, Highland Park. They're really neat areas. They're old, and a lot of artists, you know,
it's kind of like the stuff we like about Disneyland is it's like you're walking through a museum. It's a living museum, and this is like, in a weird way, especially if you're a Disney fan, it's almost like it's a museum too in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like, there's something about that. It's some hallowed ground for Disney fans. I mean, even just LA fans and LA history. And right now is a great time to come to Los Angeles. A lot of people have asked me, especially after the fires, they're like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to go to LA right now because you know." No, this is the time. So many businesses have been negatively impacted from the fires. So please come and frequent these businesses. Like, come during the week if you can. I mean, you know, it's insane how many places need your business, especially up in Malibu too. So, you know, this is the time to go. The weather's nice. Do it. Yeah, and we're gonna close with a shot of Uncle Robert's house because it's really rad. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks to our Patreons. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, you guys. Bye-bye, everybody.